Well, the 2024 race for the White House has drastically changed in the past few weeks. So today we're going to go back to the election map, look at the latest polls, and map them out. For today's map, I'll be using an average of polls by Nate Silver in the Silver Bulletin. And our first state is Pennsylvania. Now, Pennsylvania is widely regarded as a must-win state. Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, is being considered for Harris as a vice president. Why is that? Because of Pennsylvania's importance. It went for Biden in 2020, and in 2016, it went for Trump. So what are the polls currently saying? Well, right now, Nate Silver has Harris at 45.2%, to Trump at 44.9. So Pennsylvania, as of right now on our map, we are going to put leaning towards Harris, though with an incredibly close margin. Next up is Wisconsin. It's a blue wall state, another one that's key to Democrats. They need to hold this blue wall, absolutely vital. And right now, Wisconsin polling, Harris is at 46%, to Trump at 44.9%. So about 1 percentage point difference, but in Wisconsin, it looks like the blue wall holds for now, and Harris brings that home by a slight margin. Next up is Michigan, the final blue wall state, and Michigan currently has Harris up 45.1 to Trump at 42.8. So out of the blue wall states, Michigan is actually the most secure for Kamala Harris. Now, we're going to start heading into territory that's more unfriendly to Harris. And first off, we are heading to North Carolina. North Carolina, over the past few years, has been a more solid red state. They do have a Democratic governor that's supporting Harris. But in North Carolina, polls currently have Harris at 44.7 to Trump at 46.7. So not a huge surprise, but North Carolina leans toward Trump. Next up, another state. This one is now in the Sun Belt. It's another one of those states that Biden took in 2020, Trump in 2016. It's Georgia. And in Georgia, currently, Harris is at 44.9%, with Trump at 46.5%. We've seen Trump make progress in this state against Biden and now against Harris, and Trump is in the lead. That's why we saw Kamala Harris hold a massive campaign rally in Atlanta. That's a state she's hoping to win, but where Trump is currently leading. Now we stay in the Sun Belt as we head west over to Arizona. In Arizona, Harris is at 43.8% to Trump at 46.4%. So Arizona currently is leaning towards Trump. Overall, you're seeing a pattern here. The Sun Belt is leaning towards Trump, and the northern blue wall is leaning towards Harris. Let's keep on going. We are now going to bounce back down east and to the south to Florida. Now, this shouldn't be a surprise. Harris at 39.2% to Trump at 45.5%. Florida used to really be a swing state, and over time it's shifted towards Republicans. That's a demographic shift. That's a political shift. We've really seen Florida turn red, so no surprise that we're seeing that here. And now we're heading to Nevada. It's another Sunbelt state. Harris at 42.5 to Trump at 43.9. So Nevada goes red. Now, before I look at the final state, let's just take a look at this map. It is incredibly close, and that is what this election is looking like. It's going to be a tight one. So now let's head to our final state, Virginia. Harris, 45.5% to Trump, 42.1%. Not a surprise, these polls show Virginia going to Harris, which means our electoral count would be Harris 270 to Trump 268. Now, this right here is fascinating. It's a close election, but really, the thing to be watching this election is, can Harris hold the northern blue wall? If Harris can hold that northern blue wall, she takes home this election. And also, if Harris could break into a state like Georgia, it has a high black population, it's in the South, it was won by Biden. If Harris could break into the Sun Belt, this really could be a wider margin if she adds on to the blue wall. So those are the things I'll be watching. Obviously, we're still early. These polls are fresh, brand new, but there is plenty of time for them to change. Now, before you head out, Kamala Harris is about to announce her vice presidential nominee, so check out my tier list to see where I ranked the contenders. Thanks for watching.